Hey everyone, welcome back to Racquet Guys. It's been a few years since we last compared the Pure Aero and the Pure Drive, but with this latest release, it's time to revisit these two frames and show you exactly how different these two are. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and let's get started. To keep things simple, we're going to use the stock Pure Aero and Pure Drive for our comparison. However, our findings do apply across the various models of both the Pure Aero and the Pure Drives, with one exception being the 98s. The 98s do play quite different from the rest of the frames in the lineup, so stay tuned as we have a video coming soon comparing just the two 98s. Both the 9th generation Pure Aero and the 11th gen Pure Drive have basically the exact same listed spec. They have the same weight of 300 grams unstrung, head size of 100 square inches, an unstrung balance of 7 points headlight, the same variable beam width, and the same 16x19 string pattern. The flex values for both are similar, with the Pure Aero sitting around 69, the Pure Drive right around 68, and the swing weight is also similar, with the Aero sitting around 320 and the Drive around 318. All this to say that on paper, they are basically the exact same spec. Where they do differ is in the technology and the frame geometry. The Pure Aero has a more aerodynamic frame called Aero Modular 4 for a faster swing and increased spin. The string pattern is also optimized for spin and dwell time, called FSI spin, which incorporates their woofer system for better feel, control, and comfort. The Pure Drive, on the other hand, has an elliptical frame shape when combined with their HTR system, gives increased stability while maximizing the energy return of the strings, resulting in more power. The string pattern here is called FSI Power, which combines a more open 16x19 pattern with diamond-shaped grommets and the woofer system to provide even more energy return and improved dwell time for more power and feel. Both the Pure Aero and the Pure Drive have NF2 tech incorporated. The flax fibers placed throughout the frame help with vibration dampening and improved feel at contact. Now let's get these two on court so we can talk about how different they actually feel on court. Because we had done this video before with the previous generations, Aeros and Drives, I did have an idea of what I might feel this time. I was surprised, however, both with how similar both rackets felt and played, but also with some of the things I noticed that I would not have been able to say with the previous generations. Both frames have basically the exact same specs, and so predictably, they do swing and feel somewhat similar. They both are really stable at contact with good forgiveness outside the sweet spot. While they felt similar, the results and overall performance of the frames was drastically different. With the 9th gen Pure Aero, I really felt like I was generating way more spin, and with the slightly tighter pattern on the Aero, I also had more control. I was generating more free pace with the Pure Drive, but at the cost of spin and control. One thing that really surprised me was just how many options I have with the Pure Aero when compared to the Drive. The obvious short angles or heavy topspin ground strokes were easily available on the Aero, but something that I had with this generation that I never had with the previous gens was the comfort of really flattening the ball out and going for that lower, more piercing flight. The only downside here is that when I went for that lower flight, I did notice my ball landing a little shorter more often. With the extra spin off the face of the Aero though, this really isn't a surprise. The Pure Drive, on the other hand, really had me feeling a bit more one-dimensional. I could hit really big from the baseline, but when I tried to utilize a little bit more height and spin, I found myself losing the ball a little bit long or wide. I just didn't have quite the same amount of free spin and safety that the Aero provides. To be sure, the Pure Drive provided more free pace and depth, and hitting deeper was easier with the Drive, but that came at the cost of some control and consistency. At net, both feel very similar. They're easy to maneuver and have plenty of stability and good punch. I found a bit more control off the face with the Aero with its tighter pattern, but it's so close that it's hard to really find any fault with either at net. Serves are much the same, although I did prefer the extra control I had with the Aero once again. If you watched our previous Pure Aero versus Pure Drive video, you know that I generally prefer the Pure Drive over the Aero as it suits my swing better, and I prefer that lower, more piercing ball flight. However, after using the 9th gen Pure Aero and the 11th gen Pure Drive back to back, I am leaning now towards the Aero. The difference for me is how much more versatile the 9th gen Aero is compared to the Pure Drive. I got all the extra spin and control from the Aero, but the new beam shape and aerodynamic properties allowed me to feel a little bit more comfortable also hitting flatter, more aggressive shots. Overall, I think these two play very different, but at the same time are a little more similar now than ever before. If you're someone who hits with really heavy topspin, the Aero is definitely for you. If you prefer to hit flatter, more aggressive shots, the Drive might be better for you. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any questions about the 9th Gen Pure Aero or the 11th Gen Pure Drive, or have suggestions of things that you want to see us look at in the future, let us know in the comments below. And as always, the 9th Gen Pure Aero and the 11th Gen Pure Drive are available in-store and online at racquetguys.ca. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.